So today we're going to talk about our weekly costs and how we come up with our weekly costs. In most of my videos, I'm always talking about track your expenses, track your expenses, track your expenses, track your expenses. So it dawned on me that maybe some people out there have no idea how to track their expenses, and maybe I can give them a blueprint or a template on how to do so. So the numbers you're seeing here are my weekly costs, and I'm going to give you a brief breakdown on how I come up with them, and maybe it will give you an idea on how you can track yours. So this right here is gas for 6 days, which is $30 per day. I typically don't drive on Tuesdays. That's my day off because it's the slowest day of the week. This is for a sedan. I drive a Honda Civic. If you drive an SUV, it's going to be in the $250 range. If you do an electric vehicle, an EV, you're going to spend about $150. We come down to tolls. Tolls is $10 a day. Now, this number is going to differ depending on what state you live in. If you're in New York, it's going to be much higher. So that's what it is. Then we come down to the oil change. Oil change, this is per 5,000 miles. So if we go weekly, this is what we come up with. If we do the rough calculations. Tire rotations is every 10,000 miles. So if we go weekly, that's how much you're going to spend on tire rotations. We come down to miscellaneous costs. How did I come up with this? How did I come up with 115.46? I typically put $500 away a month for miscellaneous costs, and it covers anything from brakes, car repair, parking tickets, and the red light. If the red light, the fines, speeding tickets, all that is covered in here. Then we come down to insurance. Insurance, this is for comprehensive. Comprehensive is, depending on what state you are in, is anywhere from 215 to 230. Mine is about 200, so it comes to 46.19 per week. We come down to the car wash, which is about 19 per month. So if we break it down in 4 parts, it comes to 439. Depreciation is a calculation of about 100 per month, so which is 25 per week. So my total expenses for the week would be, as you can see, 435.54. Now this is the part where part-time drivers lose out. Now if you're driving part-time, these expenses, starting from oil change, tire rotation, miscellaneous, insurance, car wash, depreciation, they stay the same. The only two that change is the gas and the tolls. So I'll give you an example. If you're only driving 1 day a week, your gas will be $30 and your tolls will be $10, depending on what state you're in. So it will bring your weekly total up to about 215, 230. And if you've only made $100 that day and your weekly expense is 230, you're at a loss of $130. So that is the part that part-time drivers don't take into account. You're driving at a loss if you're working for less than 30 hours. You're basically making a loss. You're driving for free. You've basically signed up for Uber and Lyft, and you're providing them a service. You're actually not driving for free. You're driving at a loss. So please keep that in mind. Full-time drivers have an advantage over you because all these expenses stay the same and they eat it up. So say for example you've made 1,200 and you made 435.54. You're going to be in profit of about 764, $800. So I'm saying all this to tell you this: you have to keep track of your numbers. If you don't keep track of your numbers, you're not going to have any idea how much money you're making. You're not going to have any idea what your expenses are. And that's where the frustration comes in. That's why you always see people online saying, oh, you haven't put in how much gas you're going to make, or you haven't put in the mileage, the number of miles you put on your car, or you haven't done that. Whenever I see comments like that, it tells me that the person did not keep track of their expenses and they got frustrated. So please do that. Bye.